Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hold your power.
Decided to go into pre-law, then journalism, and with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life, accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself, you will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. I prayed. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled to
who are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Where does the fault lie on you, you guys? Where does it lie on you? Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for showing on up. Let me congratulate the three that came in first. That would be Naziah. She's in the building. And then we got Tina Powers and we got Freddie Johnson in the building. Those are the three, and they're all mods, you guys. If you're in the building, please put a 1 in the chat. All three, Naziah Watts, Tina Powers, and Freddie Johnson. Put a 1 in the chat. I've already put the 3 in there, but if I got to take them out, I'll take them out. Let me see if they're still in the building, you guys. I'm trying to get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, I see Naziah is in the building. Freddie's in the building. And Tina Powers is in the building. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Zan, what's going on? Woke the guys in the building. Lisa Taylor. Carla's in the building. I try to make it a 3 on the button today. Say Less is in the building. How you doing? Renee is in the building. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Enoch and Bella's mom is in the building. Lisa Calhoun is in the building. Zena is in the building. Olivia is in the building. How you doing? Sue is in the building. Carla Henry's in the building. I think I see Big Mama's in the building. Big Mama's in the building. Shanae, I think that's Shanae is Robertson is in the building. I'm just trying to speak to everybody as I come in. Lisa Taylor is in the building. I see you. Monique Hall is in the building. Hey, Monique. What's going on, girl? Lisa Calhoun. Did I miss anybody? C6 Banks is in the building. I see you, C6 Banks. There, I'm going backwards, forward. I don't know. I said Zena. Zena's in the building. Karen Martin is in the building. How you guys doing? Come on in. Thank you guys for showing on up. We had a powerful last live that we did. I'm thinking I'm all the way up. I think I see. Did I miss somebody? Please let me know if I Say Less is in the building. Say Less. Say Less. Say Less. I like that name. Say Less. You know? Anyway, you guys, we were talking about the Naziah Harris case, and I wanted to share something. I'm glad Tina Powers is in the building because sometimes I can remember when somebody say something in the live or they ask me a question, and I'll be like, I don't know. Like, you know, like, surely you don't believe that's this or that or whatever. So Tina Powers, you know, that's my girl there. I haven't talked to her in a while, but you know, we all get busy, you know. Anyway, I think it was her. I'm not for sure, but she came in one day, Miss Tina Powers, and she said, "Hey, I think it was her. I could be wrong." And she said, "Have you seen this video that is going around, and it's, you know, Naziah dancing and got a big heart on her belly?" And I said, that's bull. That could be anybody. And I think we had this full conversation, and I was like, come on, you guys, come on. If that was, hold on. Hey, this is SP.
Take a second, read the screen, and acknowledge your birthday wishes.
Say what?
Take a second, read the screen, and acknowledge all your birthday wishes.
Oh, my birthday. I went to the screen. I didn't see. Let me see. Freddie, Zena. See, it don't go up. It don't. I don't know. Oh, Passion Bee. Thank you. Passion Bee, say happy birthday. It don't go up.
Everybody say happy birthday.
That's all I can see. Oh, Carla, say happy birthday. Oh, it done went in blue. Zena, happy birthday. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. See, I can't see all of that stuff. Everybody's saying happy birthday. You know, yeah. Thank you, guys. You must have told him. Woke the God. Oh, Sanja Watt said I was first. Lisa Taylor, thank you. See, sometimes this thing cut off and I can't see everything. I tell you guys, some people get mad. They be like, I said such. I'll be like, I can't see it. Oh, you did. All righty. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. I did not. I was just reading the names. I didn't even see it. Thank you, Enoch and Bella. She said, I'm a Cancer twin too. Mine was yesterday. Hey, life with Amina. Hey, Amina. I just put something in the mail today for your birthday. Girl, I know you would, Freddie. I just know. Thank you guys. When it's my birthday, I don't know. I feel some kind of way like, there's so many people they're lonely and everything. And I got my whole family, I got my whole village. So I just feel that's enough that I just see you guys. I may not see you every day, but you come in here, you support us. You guys, y'all make me feel good. I'm very proud of y'all. I am. I'm just glad I know you guys. I know that if there's anything we need to talk about or concerns or understanding, you know, that we need to understand, there's always someone. She said, how many candles on your cake? Girl, 25. Just 25. I'm just 25 years of age. Almost times 3. I don't know. Tina Powers and oh my goodness. Everybody, thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all. I can't see all the now that I got it down to the bottom, I can see, but she said, stop for a minute, because I sure didn't see them. I have to. They're doing so much with this new, this app that we're using. It's hard to do anything. Thank you, Cynthia. She said, ha ha ha, I hit that like button. If you did not like, please go back and hit the like button. You guys, that help our algorithm. Share. If you're not a part of the family, subscribe so you can know when we come on. We don't just come on at 3:00 sometimes, especially if we got some really good stuff. We just come on in the building. We be like, oh, we getting it out there, because we know that when we get something, it is a fact. So I was just sharing with you guys, and I didn't do a lot of work today, but I had something on my mind I wanted to share, especially with Tina Powers, because when there's certain people that follow the case, they ask questions, and I may not remember who it was, but I do believe it was Tina Powers that said, hey, did you see this video that's going around? It's a video of it was a new video of Naziah dancing, and she's pregnant, and there's a heart on her belly. Have you guys seen that video? I just said to myself, when I seen it for myself, because somebody sent it to me, and I was like, that's not Naziah. And they was like, yes, it is. If you seen it, put a 1 in the chat. If you hadn't seen it, put a 2 in the chat. Okay, Sanja got a 2. Lisa got a 2. Lisa Calhoun. That's what I did and came back. Yes, I seen it. Carla said, yes, I seen it. Okay. Okay, Karen, she said she seen it. Zena didn't see it. Freddie didn't see it. Well, I should have went ahead. You know why? I saw it, but don't think it's her. Okay, thank you. Yes, at Tina Powers. Okay, so the video was sent to me, and I looked at the video, and I said to myself, I'm not going to share this video. I am not. This is what I said. I'm not going to give the light of day of this video. I don't know who it is, but I know for a fact it's not Naziah. She said, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Okay, good that you didn't see it. I don't share stuff like that on the platform, because I would like y'all to know what I'm talking about. But and people was like, it looks like her, she dances like her. And I said, that is a trending dance on TikTok, you guys. Anybody can dance like that. And so I didn't share it because this was the time that Naziah was missing. I didn't want people to think that, I want clicks and views. So I'm sharing information. I know, I feel, I believe in my heart it's not her. So why would I even put it out there? So I said, no, I'm not gonna share that video because I don't know who it is, but like I don't like stuff like that, right? So I didn't share the video. I do have the video. And but anyway, she said I wasn't for sure if it was her or not. Oh, okay. So Tina's still in the building. Well, so when she said, I don't blame you, SP. Exactly. Like that's like finding that shoe just because it looks like that shoe. This girl has been gone for so long that she said, I believe it was her. Big Mama. See, that's why I don't share stuff like that, because I don't want you guys to think I will put some stuff out there like that. But I'm glad that the ones have seen it. You can have your opinion if you think it's her or not her. But I'm here to tell you, Big Mama, I now know, I do have proof it was not her. Okay? But I'm not going to share it. And the reason why I'm not going to share it is because I'm still trying to get the person that it was, which is Jarvis's girlfriend, to come on our channel and talk to us. And then I would love to ask her, why did she put that video out there like that? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, you guys know, I'm trying to say, if I have to show the receipts, I'll show the receipts, but I know who put it out. And I know, and I wonder why this young lady did that. And she didn't do nothing but put a picture out there, with a video out there, somebody doing a dance, and it's got a heart over the belly, and everybody's like, oh, that's Naziah, that's Naziah. And I said, get out of here. And the girl was pregnant. Now, this girl is not pregnant. She's just a big girl. She just got a big belly. If you got a big belly, you got a big belly, and you put on a tight looking dress and you do the little, TikTok trending dance, and then you don't cut off the head and cut off the bottom, and you just showing this girl doing the dance just like Naziah did. Everybody. So, people will sit there and say, I didn't put it out there for that. People just took it and ran or whatever. But this girl always put out there she loved Jarvis. I love Jarvis. And I just want to know, like, why did she do that? It is very creepy. It's very creepy. So I have proof. Showing you guys. And if I have to, like I said, I will show the proof that it's this girl. Matter of fact, I should have took pictures before they go take some stuff down. That's probably what I'll do as soon as I get off of here. And you guys will be like, oh, okay, SV, now I see. Now I see why. But you guys see, they should check it before putting it out, period. Hey, when you're right, they should. But there's really no time. You know what I'm saying? Like, YouTube and TikTok is more like you get something, you go run with it. But this case, I feel a little bit more close to, like, I just don't want to put, sicko. It, and I'm going to tell you something. I think something mentally is wrong with this young lady because, she loved Jarvis. She wants them to let him go. She wants to have his baby. And then, she done put this video out there, and she can deny it all she wants. I got proof. But I mean, just if okay, like people say, if it quacks like a duck and it walks like a duck, then what is it? It's a duck. I mean, I have visual proof. I'm sitting there looking at something on her page, and I'm like, this is the same girl that did that video, because there's evidence there. I mean, it's just common. You know what I'm saying? And you guys can decide for yourself. If you want to see it, I'll pull it up. If you guys want to see it, I'll pull it up. But and then you can decide for yourself, But this girl loves. But the only reason sometimes people say, yeah, show me the proof, SP, show me the proof, is because there be other channels being here, and now they know the person that I'm talking about. Because, you gotta, scratch out the name and all of those things and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, this girl is something else. I don't know why she did it. But yeah, maybe she thought nobody would know. But then I don't think she really cared. I think she wants some attention. And I don't like giving people that kind of attention, because they keep doing crazy, stupid stuff. But these are the type of girls that maybe she's just infatuated with Jarvis. But she loves Jarvis. And you know what? And the sad thing about it is, remember we were just talking about this, how it could be 100 women sit there and be like, this is disgusting, this is pitiful. But there'd be 10 or 20 of them in the chat room that Jarvis just say hi to him. Hi, how you doing? You looking nice today. Give them a little bit of attention, and all of a sudden, they making AI pictures of them having babies together and what the baby will look like. And this girl done did it all. I'm telling you. It's like she's infatuated with Jarvis. She even comes on people's pages telling, she say she can't wait for her baby to get out. This is crazy. This is nonsense. She just love him. Yeah. They just drop in their pants. They don't care. And the sad thing about it, they say they want to have his baby. I'm pretty sure while he's in jail, they're writing to him, telling him how much they love him, and he's getting all kind of fan letters and mail and stuff. So, it's always crazy. Big Mama done sent a little super chat here. She says, Big Mama said, thank you for supporting us. Big or little or small or tall, we collect them all. Thank you, Big Mama. And let me put your name down, because you get a ticket. And if you don't know about the ticket, Big Mama, I'm writing it down right now. If you don't know about the ticket, Big Mama, we do a Christmas giveaway at the end of July, and it's a lot of money, and it's all nothing but money. We're not doing shirts and all of that. It's just money, 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 money. I think we might give away a couple of shirts or something, just for whatever. But she says the majority of what all the proof and evidence of who all was involved, because we want justice, and it's painful. The majority of what all the proof and evidence of who all was involved, because we want justice, and it's painful. Thank you, Big Mama, for the super chat. Thank you, Super Mama, for the super chat. Thank you very much. We do want justice for Naziah, you guys. We really do. A sad week, vulnerable females. Yeah. Well, you know, she's a little off the rocker. She's just a little bit off the rocker. I see it that too. Is it a distraction? It could be a distraction, but distractions doesn't help him. I think when people start thinking that she's not deceased, then it's really sad that you play with people's emotions like that. Like, but women, they just don't care. I'm just telling y'all, some women, they get attention, or he's not an ugly person. He's not an ugly guy. They want good looking babies. Um, you know, they I don't know. I don't know. They know that you don't have to be super cute to be with him, you know? I mean, I just wouldn't put a man of that caliber around my kids. I just wouldn't do it. If you went to prison, if I wasn't rocking with you before you went to prison and you done did some time, I done learned a long time ago, you guys, it's best to leave them where they're at. They sit there, first thing they gonna tell you is, oh, I just got kicked out of my place. Can I come and squat at your house for a minute? Like, I don't know what else to do. And then as soon as you let them come in, it's hard to get rid of them. They be making you feel like you done did something wrong. Oh, you gotta go. I got such and such. Why you putting me out? Why I gotta go? Then you got the police over there. They want to tear things up, and oh, you got some other ninja coming over, and blah blah blah, and you doing me wrong, and now we together. It's too much. And I know when there's nothing wrong with being single. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you guys that sometimes single is better than being in a relationship and being married. People tell you all the time, oh yeah, I'm married. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, first of all, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of unselfishness in there. And you got to take a lot of crap. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you guys, if I wasn't married, I wouldn't get married. But I'm a loyal person. That doesn't mean just because a person's married, they're happy. You know what I'm saying? But then I know for a fact that I'm not going to date ever again because I'm done. So I'm worried about the ones out there that thinking that they just need to hook up and have somebody on their side. And I'm telling you, if I had it all over to do again, this was not what I'd be doing right now. I would stay in my singleness, and I know how that feels, but I would love to be single in my life right now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I do love my husband, don't get me wrong. But if I had to do it all over again, I would just stay in my singleness because, like I said, I wouldn't even date. I just like to just, when I put something down, it's there. Don't have to worry about nobody else. And I'm definitely not a jealous woman. I'm just not going to tolerate some foolishness. I don't even want to play the freaking games. You know what I'm saying? Where you at? Where you been? Where you going? How much money you got? What you spend your money on? Well, you need some help. I need some help. What we gonna eat? What I'm gonna eat? Is we gonna eat? Who we gonna eat? Where we gonna eat? Oh, just, where you gonna sleep? I just, Right now, my husband is out of town. He's on his way back home. But I was so happy yesterday. Y'all didn't hear nothing out of me. I was just in the house doing me, loving it too. And he called me, and she said, I'm enjoying my singleness. Yes, there's a time in life where you just got to just, man. And I was like, when you coming back? And he was like, I don't know, sometime tomorrow. I'm like, oh, okay. I just want to be prepared when he comes back to enjoy this time away. Well, I don't have to worry about nothing, nobody, what you doing, because I'm not there. So whatever you tell me, that's what you're doing. I don't know. I have no control over that. You know what I'm saying? You could tell me you in Timbuktu and you could be right down the street. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. When I was single, I thought, man, it would be nice to have someone to share things with or whatever, you know? But I'm telling you, you guys, being single is not a bad thing. I don't know what this woman, like, did she ever meet Jarvis before? Or is she just one of those only fans that, like, oh, he's cute, he's good looking. He don't mind, half decent looking women. He don't mind women, he'll just screw everything. Oh, I want him. Women know. Women know. See, and I'm gonna say this, and you guys, like, have you ever, and answer it in the comment section. I'll read it. She said, I'm single and never lonely. These women have to have a body near them. I'm good, stress-free, drama-free. Girl, I would love to be stress-free, drama-free. Only got to worry about myself. I get a phone call. Hey, such, and there you got to even play the part. No, but I do care. But you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get up. I want to lay down. I want to go to sleep. I don't want to cook. I don't want to clean. I just want to lay down, rest, take a nice shower, lay down in the bed, wash the sheets if I want to wash them. Don't wash them if I don't want to wash them. But I mean, I would think, when you're in a marriage, you share responsibility. Sometimes it don't be that way. And you ladies know what I mean. It's just the way it is. You'll get with somebody, and next thing you know, to be honest with you, they're taking advantage of you. They're taking advantage of the relationship. They're taking advantage of the whole situation. Now, if you get with someone and you guys got this power relationship where they bring it in, you bring it in, and y'all just, yeah. You cook dinner, they clean the dishes, or they go cut the grass, or they go get the mail, they walk the dog, they go pick up the kids, they go clean the bathroom or whatever. But nowadays, the men just expect you to cook and clean and entertain him, and you be like, well, what kind of entertainment I get? Oh, we can make some love tonight. Man, I am not entertained after working a 12-hour shift. I'm not entertaining nothing or nobody. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. And then you have to tell the men all the time, like, the man is supposed to be the provider. Like, a woman really is not even supposed to be working outside of the home. You guys do know that, right? Don't say, SP, do you know that? Yes, I do know that. Trust and believe. I know that. And for the life of me, I mean, and I don't care what man you get. You're either going to have someone that's one that hit on you, take advantage of you, not work like they supposed to be working, or sleeping around. Pick your choice of the four, because that's what you're going to get. If you get a man that he definitely don't put his hands on you, he don't He may sleep around, he may not sleep around. If he worked really hard, shoot, you got no loving coming because he's out there making it. I would love to have something of that nature. I would love to have it. Happy birthday to all the cancers in the house, she said. Exactly. No new friends, 25. Hey, sister. How you doing? So I'm just telling you guys, these women these days, they're looking at the man is in prison or he's getting out of prison. Casey, can you girl, can you come and talk to my husband? Because that is the way it's supposed to be. And let me tell you something. It's already set that you're not going to get it. I'm just telling you. You could turn blue in the face. I have turned blue in the face. You know, they know. Okay, they already know. If you tell them, they be like, I know. I'm like, you're supposed to be the man. I'm not supposed to be working this hard. They go, I know. I'm just hoping they win the lottery. My husband won't even play the lottery. So, it just will never happen for me. Chicago's calling. Who's in Chicago? Hello, this is SP.
How are you?
Okay, let's hang up. We don't want to talk to Mike. He's talking about some insurance. Anyway, because they don't have, it's just the way they was raised. Thank you, Cynthia. I'm going to enjoy this whole month. I'm not going to let nothing get me down. They, I think, that, it's how they were raised. And we'll tell you quick what a woman's job is. Yeah. They'll tell you what she said, lottery SP go to the boat and win some money. Girl, I be trying. Trust me. And I'm just saying, it's nothing wrong with working, but it's just, that's just the way it is, something bad happen and they can work. She said, I remind my husband every day, I'm not your mama. Yeah. Well, it just happens, I think the way the men was raised with usually not a man in the house. They was raised that saying that they were a man, but mama did everything, so they believe that a woman can do everything, and they have no shame in their game. They just have no shame in their game. So with these women, but I mean, there's nothing. I mean, I won't say there's nothing wrong with it. What I'm saying is sometimes we get in these situations and it's that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's really, that's the new way of what everything is everybody doing. Here's the thing. But these other women is now dating men in prison. So they're not only getting cheaters, lazy men, they're getting not abusive men. They're basically going, hey, like Shannon, hey, okay, he told me he was in prison. And he told me, society gave him another chance. So I'm going to go ahead and date him. Even though see, that's one thing I don't like. If somebody tells me something, unless it's a situation that was uncontrollable, I'll listen to what they have to say. But if you had a choice, like either you putting your hands on a woman or a child, that's a choice. And you went to prison, you did that. Now, because look at what you did. You hurt somebody. I wouldn't give you a chance. I'm not saying I hold it against you. I wouldn't hold it against you. You can go have all the relationships you want. You just will not have one with me. You guys understand what I'm saying? It's just like if there's a homeless person. I got a question to ask you guys right now. I've got a friend, and I have helped my friend, and I guess she needs more help. Now her phone is off. So she told me how much it costs to have her phone cut back on. I don't think I'm going to pay for her phone to get cut on. Why? Because if I pay for her phone to get cut on, then what's going to happen? She's going to come next month because she's going to need me to pay for it again, right? My phone's off again. And that's just something I can't continue to do. So once we start doing something or allowing people to be in our life, if you can't keep it up, then you can't do it. Now, if she said, oh, I got a job, but, I need my phone on, yeah, I would go ahead and pay the phone bill. You guys understand what I'm saying? Or I got money coming in next month. I just need a little help right now. Yeah. But me pay your phone bill and I know you don't have a job. You got no way of paying it next month. Yeah, they still giving away government phones. I don't know why her phone is off. But she will be expecting it again. So she wasn't calling me anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Anyway, this young lady, and what we're talking about, this young lady's got a fixation on Jarvis, that she done put this video out there and got everybody thinking it's Naziah. Where is her mind at? Cynthia said, lesson learned just last week. What was that lesson, Cynthia? Sister said, use wisdom. Lisa Taylor said she better get her own. Give them an inch and they will take a yard. Exactly. She probably ain't going to have time for you when the phone gets serviced, get set. Yes. You're right. She probably has some mental issues. Yeah, she does. I know 2 ladies who married men in prison. Yep. And you know what? I've done that before. Sure did. Yep. Been there, done that before. And, I was hoping that they stay in there forever. I just like the idea to say, hey, yep. I'm married and he's in prison and da-da-da-da-da. I was not worried about him coming home. But one day he came home. And girl, it was just a matter of time. I tell people all the time, I can't tell you if I never went through it before. When some people be like, oh, no, not you, SP. Yep, I done did some stupid things before. But not because I didn't have a choice. I had a choice. I chose to do those things at that time in my life just to see what would have happened. And is it possible that is it possible it could work? Is it possible that this person really changed? You're fooling yourself. They change until they get out. You may not see it for a little while. They may even try to do the right thing. But street men, it is in their blood. That's just the way it is, you guys. If they're street, they're street. That's just the bottom line. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. You guys can fool each other all you want. But once you've been there, you may even can marry one. And I'm going to tell you something. She said, SP, you aren't even telling the whole story, like you tried to help her with the job and she thought she was too good. Exactly. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. There was a job, washing dishes. They were paying the person, I think it was 16, 17 bucks an hour. And I told her about it. And she said she was going to give it to one of her friends to go look at the job. So, yep. And I was like, God, girl, you tripping, because they were saying they need immediately help. I would have came and picked you up and took you in there and you would have had the job, and you were only getting $8-12 an hour wherever else you would work. She was like, I would have no way to get there. Well, they got a bike program. And if you do 12 hours of work for this place, they give you a free bicycle. She done did like 4 hours and ain't did the other 8 hours, which would take her one day to do. And I would probably be able to take her to work for 2 or 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But she would have had a bike or whatever. But, I don't know, you guys. I just know right now, like she texted me. I called her and she turned her phone to the other thing, So I was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. But anyway, nevertheless, I don't know. Freddie said, yeah, I married a street. Please do not do it. You can take the person out of the streets, but you can't take the street out of the person. Exactly. Exactly. You just can't. And Jarvis is damaged goods. Hey, Leisure, how you doing? Jarvis is damaged good. She is just trying to use you, SP. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Today I was saying to this girl from down the no and turned my back and walked away. She said, today I was saying to this girl from down the no and turned my back and walked away. Prison not for me, in or out. Yeah, I'm just telling you, this girl, I'm hoping she comes on here and we can chit chat with. I didn't give her enough time. I have gave her enough time, but I was looking at Roxy's post. Roxy was saying the 4th of July came, and Roxy was a little bit upset because she knew King was out and King was having memories with his family or whatever. And she was a little bit upset that King was out. Well, I'm going to tell you guys something. Let's get into this for a minute. King is out because King gave them their narrative. And the sister. King said that they picked up this girl, they forgot something, and that's why they went back to the AutoZone. If they really go into AutoZones and see if there was a whatever that they ordered, what did they was supposed to put on, a starter or alternator? I think it was an alternator or something. I can't remember what it was. What it was they was gonna put on. But they'll find out that King is lying. They'll find out King is lying. And I believe you guys. Trust me when I say this. She said down the street begging. You know, Cynthia, I'm going to say this. Water pump. Thank you, Lisa Calhoun. In my humble opinion, King turned to evidence. You know, I don't believe he did. You know why? I don't think he gave them the evidence. I think when Jarvis called King and told him to look for that phone, and Roxy said something about this. I tried to tell you. He was talking in code. Remember, we had a live, and I said Jarvis sent King a code. Remember when I said that? If you guys in the chat, put a 1 in the chat. Remember when matter of fact, you can go back through the playlist and see that I even put it in the thumbnail that Jarvis sent King a code. Okay? I said that. 1 in the chat if you guys remember. 2 in the chat if you don't. Sanja just put the 2 in the chat. She been here every day. She said, I know you do, but you don't remember. I know you believe me. Trust and believe. I put it in there. I put in there that Jarvis sent King a code. Matter of fact, let me find it. Now, let me tell you something. You know, it's really funny how people go, oh, I've got this idea that Jarvis sent King a code. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you can even Google it. Jarvis sent message to King. And let me just I can't even make this stuff up. Hold on, you guys. Okay, you guys. I probably missed that live due to PT. You Google it. I did just Google it. I got it. I probably was talking in the chat. You probably was. Okay, I got it right here. Right here. And we can't get in trouble because it's ours. So you guys will see it. Okay, I don't know what I just did. Okay, hold on. You guys see it right there. Okay, let me come in the live first before. But I'm gonna share something with you guys about that. Okay, let me just show you. Okay, let me turn this down. Okay, so let me go into this. Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Okay. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Could have just took her and hit her or whatever. See what it was. Jarvis knew it was gone. Take a turn left, knowing he had to go do time for the charges he already was because of us. It closed because of other people. You know. We got that picture. That is not the Tire King shop. Okay. So the Citgo is not some little trashy dinky little name. 45 minutes. No, he said it's a 35-minute drive. Shannon, well, Shannon's guilty because she had no business even fooling around with this man after knowing that he's a pedophile and then have interrogation room. No. To go to this door in Cadillacs and Escalades and stuff in auto and tire, it would be to your left. Now, oil right here. This picture is important because right in front, you see this Hummer. This is a baby Hummer right here. This is not the big boy. This is the smaller Hummer. But, they quit making Hummers, I think, like in 2005. I know you guys think that, one thing about me, since my husband's in the, car business somewhat, and we, I do a lot of the buying. I kind of know something about Hummers and, Jags and Cadillacs and Escalades and stuff, because that's what we like to get or whatever. But, they quit making Hummers. And I think, what was it, 2012 was the last one. So if you have a Hummer, even though that they quit making them, they're still very expensive. But you see where this Hummer is sitting at, like exactly like it's sitting. This is a picture at the Citgo, and right in front of the auto and oil place. Now, remember the sister, Jarvis' sister, was on the stand, and Jarvis's sister said she was parked in front of the bay, and she sat there for a while. Hey, Almighty, how you doing? Hey, you guys, you know what? I just got through thinking about the new Hummers that's out now. Fire. You know what I just got through thinking? Where that Hummer is sitting, exactly how the sister was parked her car. She was parked just like that Hummer right there. Like, just like that. Let's see. New Hummers, 2025. Oh, I see it. Yeah, $99,000 for that Hummer. For the 2025 new Hummers, $99,000. $99,000. A pickup and a truck and an SUV. And they have electric too. I just want you guys to know. Okay. I hadn't seen the new Hummers. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, you guys, I wanted to share with you that I just wanted to share with you this right here, this live that we were talking right here. Let me close that out. That live when we were talking, and it says that Jarvis sent a message to King. You know, Jarvis sent a message to King when he called, and he was like, hey man, can you uh do me a favor? Well, no, King was like, is some you need, some you want, and he was like, go to the back, go to that truck, get the truck from her, and get that phone. The phone is, behind the seat. Do. Well, Roxy doesn't think that he was talking about the phone, but he was. He was talking about the phone. Why we know he was talking about the phone? Because King said he looked for the phone. The woman that has the car say she didn't take the car up there. But King said she did take the car up there. And he got the phone. She did not know that King was going to say, yes, she brought the car for me to go. See what I'm saying? So one person said, no, I didn't bring the car up there. But King told and said, yeah, she brought the car. I looked for the phone. I couldn't find the phone. The Shannon Jones said that they got the car. They went and got a search warrant while she was at the hospital. Once they got the search warrant, let me turn my AC. I am hot for some reason. I wanted to get a little cold in here. But they said that she went to the car and they repossessed the car, or with the search warrant. They went to the back of the seat and they found the phone. I do not know why Roxy is saying that was the code. That was not the code. That was not the code. What the code was, you guys, is when King asked for the key and did not know that he had a key, and he was saying that he had to go and dump the scrap. Remember that? That's the code that everybody, nobody, I mean, it just seems to me like maybe, I don't know if it's just I'm weird, but you're so worried when a person goes to jail, whatever they talk about, that's what's important. That's what's important. Do you honestly think a man that's done got rid of a child, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That the first thing he worry about, and King got something to do with it. So King is like, oh, business as usual. Oh, I just need the key to get rid of the scrap in the back or whatever. See, they're talking about, but they're not. Now, of course, he wanted King to get that phone because that's what Jarvis is worried about right now. Jarvis is worried about, hey, don't worry about what's in the trash in the dump. The trash man done already took it or whatever. Worry about, I'm worried about them getting that phone. See, I'm going to tell you guys something. And it bothered me a little bit. So I was reading something on Roxy's page, and Roxy said that King was out and she wasn't comfortable. That's what she said. King is out and she's not happy about King being out and making memories with his family. And I told you guys already, King told more then what? We know. They didn't ask him a whole bunch of questions while he's on that stand, but they knew what questions they were going to ask him. King told them that he asked about the phone because King knew they heard the full conversation themselves. He said, hey man, there's a phone, but King was more interested in moving something, some scrap metal. Being saying that because that stuck out, like, why did you have to mention in a key it's y'all shop? Why would Jarvis have a key that he don't have if they're partners? Exactly. But Jarvis told him the key is on there. And he didn't know. And he was like, it is? And he was like, yeah. He was like, but I'll have my wife. He was like, oh no, if you got that key, I'll go, do. He said, it is. I don't know what you're talking about. How did Roxy know Naziah was having a girl? I haven't heard anything about Roxy knowing that Naziah was having a girl. I mean, nobody could tell you. I mean, if you heard it from Roxy, ask Roxy how did she know Naziah was having a girl. I mean, that would have to be a full conversation and everybody's saying it. And I don't want to get you guys upset, but that's just, they haven't came out with the blood test showing that she was pregnant. Only thing we can do is take their word for it that she was pregnant. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's kind of like I can't get in conversations about something that could go either way or not. Now, we're talking about a full conversation about Naziah having a girl or a boy, when we really actually don't know if Naziah was actually really even pregnant. The text message between her and Naziah's brother. Girl, it's like this. Some people that's just like me and you having a conversation. That's just what it is. It's like you saying, why does she, and I'm saying, shoot, I don't even have facts or evidence that she's pregnant. Now, I trust and believe when they come out in October, they're going to have to prove that the blood that they got, that should show that it has that chemical in there. What is it? HCG or whatever. That your body will have if you are pregnant. Your body releases that. You know what I'm saying? That's just how they know by the blood that you are. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's released in your body because the baby starts taking certain, vitamins from your body. It's almost just like menstrual. It's almost like, when you become that age and now, you start, quit having periods when you have a baby, just like, your breast starts building certain chemicals for the, the preparedness for the baby and things of that nature. Your body releases a chemical in your bloodstream. And so then, so if they got Naziah's blood, they should know if she is pregnant or not. They probably didn't say nothing about that. I'm not saying she's not. I'm saying, but for a fact that the defense is going to come in and say, you guys keep saying that this girl is pregnant. Why you're not charging him for the death of, you're charging him for the death of Naziah. Why you're not charging him the death of Naziah and the baby? And then they're gonna then like, I mean, that's something the jurors are gonna have to look at. And they may have, and I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure they got the results that is probably in her blood. But it can tell you if it, like a boy or girl, but that's down the road. Let me see. Let me Google it, because I've already Googled it before, but I do know that answer. Yes, can a doctor tell the gender of a baby by the blood? And I know that they can do that. They don't need a body, but it says cell-free DNA refers to fetal DNA fragments that circulate in a pregnant woman's bloodstream. This DNA originates from the placenta and is a component of the total cell-free DNA. So present in the maternal blood, analyzing CFF DNA allows for non-invasive parental testing to screen for certain chromosome abnormalities. But the question is, yes, a doctor can determine the gender of a baby through a blood. Through a blood test, specifically through a type of non-invasive test called NIPT, called cell-free DNA screening. Here's how it works. During pregnancy, fragments of the fetal DNA circulates in the mother's bloodstream. Okay, let me read it again. During pregnancy, fragments of fetal DNA circulates in the mother's bloodstream. So something from the baby circulates in the mother's bloodstream. Fragments of the fetal DNA. So fragments of the DNA of the baby circulates in the mother's bloodstream. This is how I get stuff, you guys. And then it's NIPT. So analysis, these fragments of the DNA includes those from the sex chromosome X and Y. If a Y chromosome is detected, it indicates that the baby is male. If no Y chromosome is detected, it suggests the baby is female. So Queen LC26 says, I just had a baby 2 years ago, and they do a neo test at 10 weeks. And she says, let me see, it scooted up. That tests chromosomes and it tells the gender. Yeah. So the accurate test is NIPT is highly accurate, with studies reporting accuracy rates for sex determination is around 99%. Timing can be performed as early as the 9th or 10th week of pregnancy. Some tests are even marked to be used as early as 6 to 7 weeks, but generally accuracy is higher with increased gestational age. Safety is invasive. It's important to remember that the primary purpose of NIPT is to screen for chromosome abnormalities like Down syndromes and all of that other stuff. Gender determination is an additional benefit. While NIPT is very accurate, it is still a screening test, not a diagnostic test. False positives and negatives can occur in cases of inconclusive results for discrepancies between NIPT and ultrasound findings. Further discussions with a healthcare provider and potentially diagnostic tests like amniocentesis or chronic villus sampling may be necessary to confirm the baby's gender. So that's how, if you, the question was, How do Roxy know what the gender of the baby is? Maybe they did this NIPT. Maybe they did it. And they said she was carrying a girl. I thought they found blood from Naziah. Yes, they did, Cynthia. And from an unknown person. They said that Naziah's blood was on the black hoodie. They said Naziah's blood was on the black hoodie. And it was a lot of it, they said. You know? So, I don't know. I believe when King and Jarvis was talking, King was getting rid of some stuff that was probably still at the shop. You know? And whatever. Somebody told me that what if they put her in one of the cars and took the cars to one of the scrap metal things and crushed her inside the car, you know? That's crazy, but I'm pretty sure it has happened before, you know? So, I mean, you know, we get rid of cars all the time. We do. We get rid of cars all the time, but I mean, there's no body in it, but they go to the crusher. But when you're in that type of business, you know people that be like, shoot, you know, and the car is crushed, and that's what it is. You know, I don't know what they do with the cars after they crush them, but try to put them in a whole bunch of fire and melt the metal down or something, you know. But they take out all the seats and all that other stuff, you know. They take the tires off and all of that, and that's it, you know. So anyway, you guys, I was just looking at her post, and she just believed that they were sending a message, and they were, but it wasn't the message that she thought. Because first we went over that. Willy Wonka 71 says there was no blood found in the car. Exactly. There was no blood found in the car. Lisa Calhoun says, SP, maybe I'm slow today, but how do they know that it's Naziah's blood without her body? Well, Miss Lisa Calhoun, they have that child's blood at the doctor's office, you know. You know, she done went to the doctor. She was just at the doctor in October. You know, just like you go to the doctor, they've got your DNA on file. Trust and believe, they got your DNA on file. Oh, that's one thing that the doctor office has to do. When a person is born in the hospital, they get your DNA right then. So you just think about it. Cynthia says yes, but the body was found. What body are you talking about, Cynthia? Kenya did take a net to go get another van. Exactly. Sandra said, "You not slow, Lisa Calhoun. It's just a slow day." You just not thinking right now. You just not thinking. But your DNA, trust me, if something happened to you, they got your DNA already. They got dental records, but when you're born, they get your DNA. When you're born. That's the only way you can get a social security number is, you know, they have that information. You know what I'm saying? So even if you wasn't born in a hospital, in order for you to be, you know, counted for and everything, and they give you your social security number like you were born in the United States, they have to get they take your blood when you're a baby. And then, periodically when you go to the doctor, they do blood tests, they get more blood tests, but they got her blood. Because remember, she just went to the doctor in October. So they definitely got something to check and go, yeah, that's her. That's her blood. Right? If I'm wrong, you guys let me know. Just put in the chat 3 if I'm wrong, but I mean, yeah. Willy Wonka says some of the phone calls are not clear. What do you mean by clear? Like, I mean, when you been around somebody for a long time, they don't have to say exactly what it is. They kind of know, because he kept on saying, hey, you need something? You all right? You good? You all right? And he was like, yeah, I got money. I came in with money. They trying to say it ain't no money there. He was like, that's bull ass. That's a lie. Like he the only one, I came in with money. Shannon sending him money. I try to help you, but once she gets started, it's coming out. Uh-oh. No. Some of the phone calls are, what is it? Any dental records? She's got dental records, but they don't need dental records because here's the thing. There's no body at the junkyard. You're fine, Cynthia. Anyway, you guys, I mean, I love your questions, but hey, Jay, they're like, we think, how do they know? Like, they know for sure it is Naziah's blood. That's a fact. And that's why I was saying prior to this conversation, we done had this conversation. I think this is the second time that, yeah, they know that that's Naziah's blood. They know for a fact. They also should know if she was pregnant or not. But remember, the judge says, I believe she was pregnant. And I'm thinking to myself, why is this judge talking about she believes she was pregnant? What makes you think she was pregnant? Because she said something about, because here's the thing. The judge heard her say something about getting her some pads, but she also said she thought she was pregnant, but then she found out she wasn't. And then he said, I thought you said you wasn't. And she said, I wasn't. Maybe it's stress or whatever. And I think Jarvis thought maybe she was just lying. I think Jarvis probably thought every time when I screw this girl, she gonna say she pregnant. And then there I am worried. I'm worried. So Jarvis was like, probably made her go to the bathroom and take a pee test. And here's another theory too. The sister could have been there to see if she was taking the pee test right. And she wasn't trying to put somebody else's urine or sticking it in the toilet or whatever, trying to prove that, she was pregnant or not pregnant, I mean, all kind of things enter my head. She didn't have to be giving her antifreeze to drink, or she could, or you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people lying. Like, King didn't say nothing about the sister being there. King ain't said nothing. Now, King done talked to sister and know she was there. But remember, this was a preliminary. They're not going to say, hey, you forgot the sister was there. He's not going to say that. Because remember, he went to the preliminary in October. Everybody else went later on. And I think the reason because of that, they were trying to find out, was King involved? And I'm not saying King's not involved, you guys. I really truly believe King is involved. I really do. Why? Because whatever the water pump they were putting on, boy, please. You couldn't find a phone, let alone put on a water pump. I just don't believe that. I believe he knew they were picking up Naziah. And he knew. I believe he knew. King knew. He had to. Not just go back and forth because y'all forgot something. No, yeah, y'all forgot something. You're waiting on that little girl to get off the bus. And y'all picked her up. And, I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't believe King is not involved. I believe he's totally involved. That's what I believe. And the only reason why I think they put the sister on there and then the lady that was in Ypsilanti on there to prove she was still alive when they went out of town, and she was live at this lady's house. Now, allegedly, because the woman in Ypsilanti got a lot to lose to say that a child was there when she wasn't there. If somebody seen her walk in the house, or she was there, or did they help or give her something to drink or whatever, There's a video with Naziah's face with a bulging belly, even a photo with her with the cartoon jacket. She looked prego in the face. Yeah. Well, kids, they change really quick. I just had a picture of Pooh Bear, and he's a big boy, and I hadn't seen him in a while, and it only been like a month, and I'm like, what happened? Like, he looked like he ate an elephant, and I'm like, oh my God, I mean, he is huge, he's big, and I'm like, my goodness, he's big, But yeah, I know in that jacket, it does look like that. Her face is really full, and, but like I said, you guys, we look at things and we look at them for the physical part. That's not going to share or tell us anything. But when they come out and say they did a test on her blood and it showed positive that she was pregnant, that is a fact. That's evidence, not the way she looked. Because remember, the sister said she was tiny. And they said, tiny how? Like tiny short or tiny, in stature? Tiny how? In weight? She said, yes, she was tiny. Sanjay said, not an elephant. Yeah. Yeah, an elephant, girl. Girl, I got something to share with you. Yeah. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off of here, and we'll think about more of this, but I don't believe. I just wanted you guys to know, like, when we find out a fact, especially, Tina Powers, she wanted to know about what did I think? Was this a fake video or was it real? And I was like, just my opinion about it at the beginning, I believed it was a fake video. But now I know for a fact it was a fake video because I know who put it out. So, like, you got to remember, there's some people, I don't know why they put stuff out like that. I don't know what they get out of it. JT says, I want to know why Kenyatta wasn't on the stand. Supposedly she spent January the 8th with Naziah and went to Annette to the school. I don't know about that, Jay. Zena said that's why she's covering for them. Yeah. Yeah. So, like when you remember when Roxy's mother came on and she was saying that people were coming after her, and she said it was Jarvis's family. And I said, no, it's not Jarvis's family coming after you. And she was like, I don't know what they had said to her or done or whatever. I don't know. And I was like, no, because they're not supporting this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that, and so I don't know who's, ghosting you, but it's surely not his family. And I believe it's this girl doing the most, you guys. I really do believe it's this girl that's doing the most. And she's just in love with Jarvis. She don't care what nobody say. She loves Jarvis. Jarvis. I'm going to have his baby. I don't care. They need to let him go. They got the wrong person. I was like, oh my God, this woman is something else. Anyway, I'm trying to communicate with her, and we may never communicate with her. I'll give it this week. If we don't hear something from her by this week, I'm just going to release her page and let y'all know who it is, where you can find her, and you can ask her yourself if she don't never talk to me. Because I just want, I just want her whole understanding why you so in love with Jarvis and why you put out that fake video. You know what I'm saying? Even though we kind of do know why people put out fake videos, to get people sometimes maybe just to get to talking or something. But why you so in love with Jarvis? Once somebody say he done touch this child, touch this child, touch this child, touch this child, touch this child. What do you want with him? You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. Like, this woman out there, she's like, I just love him, love him, love him. I just love him. Don't tell me nothing. She said, it's time for me to get off of here, but I will answer your question. I can't with you today, says, what fake video? We were talking about the fake video where, there was a woman dancing the same way that Naziah danced, because it's a trend. That's a trending dance that everybody tries to do. They shake it up, then they whop it to the left, whop it to the right, and all this stuff. Whatever. Well, Naziah does that dance and at first when she started doing the dance, she didn't really do it well. She's been doing it for years now, 2 or 3 years, and she does it very well, right? Well, now there was a video that came out while everybody's looking for Naziah with someone doing the dance with the head of the person where you can't see the head, you can't really see after the feet. But the woman has a dress on, and she has a big belly, like she's pregnant. Well, and she does the same dance as Naziah does, right? So they put a heart in front of the belly or the face or something. And so everybody's like, that's Naziah, that's Naziah. And I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And everybody wanted to question it. And I'm like, I'm not even going to put it on my channel because it's not. I just don't want people that really don't. When they normally stay over here, we stay with the facts. So I didn't put it out. But I was asked about it. So I told them, no, it's not. That's not her. Well, I can't with you today. That's who I'm talking to. So I just so happened found who put that video out. And so I wanted to ask this lady why she put that video out. I mean, she's in love with Jarvis. She wants to have Jarvis's baby. And she put the video out. Now, she's not pregnant. She just got a big belly. So it looks like she's pregnant when you have a tight dress, black dress on. You kind of look like you're pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a big belly. But she's not pregnant. But anyway, she wants to be pregnant. But anyway, she put this video out. And yeah, I want to ask her about it, but she haven't got back with me. So I was saying at the end of this, I don't know, this week or next week or something, we will release that information, and you guys maybe can follow her and keep asking her why she put the video out. Why she make it seem like Naziah was alive and doing well somewhere and big and pregnant. Because some people really thought it was Naziah. And it was nowhere near Naziah. And me explaining this to you, you probably even seen the video also. But anyway, you guys, my time is up. I'm going to get off of here and enjoy myself. You guys make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not a part of the family, become part of the family. I don't know why they want Jarvis's baby. I would not want to have this man's baby. I actually, let me share one other thing with you guys. And this is just true. Back in the day, I say probably about 25 years ago, there's this young lad that I know, and I'm not going to say no names. Was it 25 years ago? No, it wasn't 25 years ago. Probably about 20 years ago. No, 15 years ago. Let me try to think. How old is this person now? Let me just do the math real quick. The person, they was 16 when it happened. 6, 7, 8. 18 years ago. Okay. There's a kid around about 18, 20 years. He raped this girl. Okay. And I heard about it. I wasn't there, so I couldn't tell you if it's true or not, but I heard about it. And I know this kid. And I know the kid's mama. So, I told the kid's mama, I heard, your son did this. And so, and she's a good friend of mine. So, and, the police looking. So I don't know, get him some help, whatever. I just said I heard about it. So anyway, time went on. I don't know whatever happened to the situation because I'm not in that situation. I don't know. I just told her they're looking for your son because he allegedly supposed to have done this. Now this kid that's done, he's grown now. He's definitely in his mid 30s. Okay, early 30s, whatever. I find out that he's a principal at a school. So I'm like, well, dang, that's not good. You know what I'm saying? He's a principal at a school. But anyway, nevertheless, he's got 3 or 4 kids of his own, whatever. And he got all boys. And he is actually a coach for a football team also. So I'm like, wow, well, maybe people can change. Me and my husband just had this conversation probably about maybe a week ago because, I had told him about the situation. And I was like, yeah, he's a principal at a school and he's a coach for the football team and all this other stuff. Maybe people can change or whatever. I just told him, yeah, I don't know whatever happened to that situation, but okay. I was just surprised when he became a principal at a school. But nevertheless, you guys, um, so I just heard that, he just resigned from being a principal at the school and he gave up his coaching job. And I was like, what happened? Why did he give up his coaching job? Well, the one thing happened. His little boy done touched another child. So I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes an apple do not fall far from a tree. Yeah. Well, he didn't do anything. Not that I know. I don't know. But for some reason, you know, his child goes to the school and his child's on the football team. So to protect his child from whatever allegations or whatever, he just quit being the principal for the school and the coach for the school, and all kind of stuff. But anyway, you guys, like I said, I'm not in the situation. She said, around too many boys. I knew it. Yeah. It just so happened I just heard about it and I was like, wow. So I just think not only the kids that have already been affected by the touching, Jarvis do, but sometimes that, he did something. I don't think he did something. His child did something. You know what I'm saying? His child did some touching and all of that. And it's sad because, it's a Christian school. But anyway, I don't know if it's something that his child learned or is it in the blood? You know what I'm saying? Is it in the blood? Or is it just like the apple don't fall far from the tree? So Jarvis got all these kids, 13, 14, 15 kids. They thinking 13 was a lot. Wait till you find out exactly. I think that man got almost like 20 kids, you guys. Okay? So, and then most of them's been touched. So you've got a lot of kids that's going to have a problem understanding what is normal and what's not normal. Just like Naziah thought it was normal. And if you heard the little girl say, I was asleep and he was playing with me. You know how when people play with you when you sleep? I'm sitting there thinking this little girl said, how? Listen, y'all, listen. His daughter said, you know how people play with you when you sleep? What do you mean? You know how people play with you when you sleep? He fondling this little girl while she sleep. And she said, you know how people play with you when you sleep? No, I don't know. It's not normal for you to play with people when they're asleep. But this little girl, it was something that you can tell been done over and over, because why would she say, you know how people play with you when you sleep? That's me saying, you know how to bake a cake? Come on, Emma, right? She should know how that feels. That's not normal to say, you know how people play with you when you sleep. People shouldn't be playing with you underneath the cover while you sleep. They shouldn't be playing with you at all. That tells me that little girl been touched a lot for her to even say that. She might just say, oh, this is one time. Girl, please, this is not just one time. Trust and believe. We're not supposed to know. You sitting there talking to me, she talking to the judge, and say, you know how people play with you when you sleep? He told me to take my onesie off and go put on a t-shirt, and woke me up, and he was playing with her while she was asleep. Exactly. She's a grown woman now. She's 20. She a grown woman now. A child under 10 never experienced that. Yeah. And it makes me sick. It makes me want to cry. And he's just playing with her while she sleep. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off of here because I kind of wanted to know what she said in court, but now that I know, I wish I didn't know. Because little stuff like that, it makes me sick. And I don't wish death on nobody. I just don't, you guys. Even Jarvis, I don't. But this child is going to be damaged for a long time. In her relationships, she's damaged. Having kids of her own, and then it's her father, too. It ain't her stepfather. It ain't her mama's baby daddy or boyfriend or the neighbor or the babysitter. It's her father. And I'm going to tell you something. With all the kids that we do know of, I guarantee you, them boys ain't saying nothing. But I guarantee you, he touched them all. There's no way in the world that he would not. I'm just telling y'all. There's no way in the world he would not. Exactly. Her father, she was meeting for the first time. He had a person that was scared. Like, how did he not know she wouldn't talk or tell? He didn't care. He just sit back and go, nuh-uh. And he already got a record. He already been in prison for that. He got straight out of prison and got to doing exactly what he did before. He couldn't wait to touch a child. He probably said, well, at least she's not 4 years old. Anyway, you guys, it gets sickening. It's just sickening. And I don't blame the sister for still loving her brother. I don't blame her. That's her brother. I understand it. And she has to say what she has to say. She didn't want to be in that situation. You know? But what I don't like is, you know, some people, they, you know, like, I mean, like I said, you guys, you know, some things, some people are just not going to report. Thanks, Zena. Thank you for the super chat. Let me give you a super chat. Dance. Give you a super chat.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
That was for Zena. Thank you for the super chat, you guys. Yeah, I literally wanted to say thank you guys for coming in. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the channel. We'll come back and talk. I'll see you guys Friday. I guess I'll go back to work Friday. We'll come on a little early, so you guys a little bit around about noon or 1 o'clock. Just letting you know. And you guys enjoy yourself. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you guys. Thank everybody. I appreciate you. If you're not part of the channel, subscribe, you guys. And we'll see you guys. I'm going to have a nice live on Friday, you guys, just because we're going to talk about the Naziah Harris case. But I'm going to try to shake some trees up and see if I can get somebody to tell me something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to try. You guys be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.